Sit back, relax and enjoy the short cartoon video by Minayash Clips. Subscribe, share, comment and like this channel.
When I am with you, time seems to stop, and I live fully in that particular moment.
I also feel the same.
Christmas Day is coming. Do you remember that?
Of course I remember, Christmas Day. How can anyone forget this day?
Last time, you told me an emotional story. I would love to hear something similar.
This is about a crippled small orphan boy who wishes to celebrate Christmas Day.
It must be very interesting and emotional. I can't wait to listen to it.
Once upon a time in a small, snow-dusted village, there lived a boy named Samuel. He was an orphan, having lost his parents to a terrible illness when he was very young. Life had never been easy for Samuel. He was born with a disability that left him unable to walk, relying on a worn-out wooden wheelchair for mobility. The villagers often whispered about him, some with pity, others with disdain. But Samuel held on to his dreams fiercely, especially his dream of celebrating Christmas like the other children.
Poor Samuel, what happened next?
As the holiday approached, the village transformed. Lights twinkled from every window, and the scent of pine and gingerbread filled the air. Children laughed and played in the snow, building snowmen and having snowball fights. Samuel watched from his usual spot by the window of the orphanage, his heart aching with longing. He loved Christmas, the stories of joy, love, and miracles. But what he longed for most was to feel included, to be part of the celebration.
I am getting emotional for this small boy. Please tell me what happened next.
One frosty morning, he overheard the matron of the orphanage talking about the upcoming Christmas festival in the village square. "We'll have a tree lighting, caroling, and even a visit from Santa," she said, her voice filled with warmth. Samuel's heart raced. He could hardly contain his excitement. He wanted to go more than anything, to feel the snow under his fingers and the chill of winter air on his face.
This is exciting. What happened next?
Determined, Samuel decided he would not let his wheelchair hold him back. He practiced maneuvering it on the uneven ground, pushing himself harder each day. He imagined himself among the other children, laughter ringing in his ears, surrounded by the spirit of Christmas. But with each passing day, he faced the harsh reality of his limitations. The other kids, despite their innocent kindness, often forgot him, leaving him alone with his dreams.
I can't control my emotions, feeling sad for him.
On Christmas Eve, the village square glimmered with lights, and the air buzzed with anticipation. Samuel's heart raced as he prepared to go. He carefully dressed in his warmest clothes, wrapping himself tightly in a patchwork blanket that had been given to him by a kind old woman who often visited the orphanage. As he wheeled himself out of the orphanage, he could see the lights twinkling in the distance, a beacon calling to him.
Thank you, John, for this moment.
The journey was long and difficult. Snow had piled high on the paths, and Samuel struggled to navigate his way through the drifts. Yet, he pressed on, fueled by the hope of what awaited him. When he finally reached the square, he felt a rush of joy wash over him. The large Christmas tree stood majestically in the center, adorned with bright ornaments and shimmering garlands. Children danced around it, their laughter filling the air like music. But as he approached, a sudden wave of insecurity washed over him. He hesitated, watching from the edge of the crowd. The other children played, completely engrossed in their world. He felt a painful knot in his stomach, the familiar feeling of being an outsider tightening around him. Just as he was about to turn away, a little girl named Lily noticed him. She had a warm smile and eyes that sparkled with kindness. "Hey, you're here," she called, waving him over. "Come join us."
This little girl is like a ray of hope for Samuel, poor boy.
Samuel's heart soared. With her encouragement, he wheeled himself forward, his spirits lifted. As he joined the group, Lily introduced him to the others. "This is Samuel. He's going to celebrate Christmas with us."
Finally, he made friends. What happened next, John?
At first, the other children hesitated, unsure how to include him. But as the night went on, they began to play games and sing carols together. Samuel shared stories of Christmas traditions he'd heard about, and they laughed at his animated retellings. In that moment, he was no longer just the orphan boy in a wheelchair, he was one of them. As the clock struck 7, the village gathered around the Christmas tree for the lighting ceremony. The mayor stood at the front, ready to count down. Samuel held his breath, his heart pounding with excitement. As the countdown ended, a chorus of "Merry Christmas" erupted, and a tree lit up with thousands of twinkling lights, illuminating the square with a warm, golden glow.
Christmas celebration is really magical.
Tears filled Samuel's eyes as he gazed at the beauty around him. He felt a sense of belonging he had never known before. The laughter, the joy, and the lights all wrapped around him like a comforting embrace. The children joined hands, forming a circle around the tree, and Samuel wheeled himself into the center, feeling a part of something larger than himself.
What happened next, John? I can't wait to hear.
That night, Samuel experienced the true spirit of Christmas: community, acceptance, and love. It was a miracle that he had wished for, one that he never believed could come true. Surrounded by friends, he knew he would carry this memory with him forever. In that little village square, under the brilliance of the Christmas lights, Samuel discovered that no matter the challenges he faced, the warmth of friendship and the magic of the season would always be within reach.
This was a sad, emotional, and great story. I really enjoyed it so much. John, no matter how hard the situation is, one must find reasons to stay happy. Thank you, lovely audience, for taking time